So I'm going to clarify because I know some of y'all come in later for the live. This is going to be a very short one. Like probably the shortest live I've ever done. Or at least in recent memory. I'm only going to give like a 2-3 minutes because it's a very late live, and I'll explain why I'm doing it in a second. Because you might be wondering, well, I normally do a watch along and not a review. So what's happening? So I'll get to that in a minute. Part of me actually kind of doubts people are gonna show up. Oh, what's up? The Ministry. Oh, the Ministry of Darkness. Awesome. What's up? Yeah. Oh, Jasper Mysterio, you're still up. Nice to see it. You'll love to see it. All right. So, guys, I wasn't able to watch Raw today at a proper time because I really wanted to eat my dinner. What's up, Nikki Dreamer? I really wanted to eat my dinner, so I did not do a watch-along today. But I've been, for 2 straight weeks, I've kind of just been saying, nah, I won't do a live today. I'm not going to do a live today. I'm not going to do a live today. That's been kind of what I've been doing to you guys for 2 weeks now, and I've kind of hated it. So I said, you know what? I got to do something. I got to go live for something. So I'm going to share my thoughts with you about Raw, and I'd love for you guys to share back your thoughts with me. We can go moment by moment, topic by topic. Some I'll give more attention than others. It is eat, sleep, yeet, repeat, or read? What? All right. Might as well just start now because it is pretty late. I don't really care, honestly, if this live pops off and gets me a bunch of new subscribers, or if it's just my community I have already built chilling. But if you're new to the community, please subscribe. We'll get to the main event, that's for sure. The show kicked off with Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. The promo wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't too bad. But they hyped up the Australian street fight. They're like, Bronson Reed, he got recruited to WWE because he did this type of match. He's never lost this type of match. Blah, 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 blah. And I was ready to hear some sort of match that WWE has never introduced or has done so long ago, because I'm like, this is probably some sort of independent scene match that WWE doesn't run a lot. And I was excited. And then they just said Australian street fight, and my entire mood just went from here all the way to here in terms of happiness. But I'm still excited to see Roman Reigns is fighting at Crown Jewel. They just did not need to hype up the Australian street fight like it was something we've never seen before. So that's my thoughts on that. The Usos versus LA Knight and CM Punk. Yep, I know. We'll get to that main event in just a moment. Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch. I'm trying to go one by one. Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch. When I saw that match was announced for today, I was expecting little to nothing. I was expecting pretty much a squash match. Maybe a little bit of fight with Maxine, but relatively a squash match. That was quite easily Maxine Dupree's best match, like, of her entire career. And that is mad props to her. There was "This is awesome" chants during that match, and truthfully, I couldn't be happier to see that was the result. I already know she went backstage and felt so happy about it. I can only imagine. And it was just a great performance from the both of them. Part of me actually for a second really wanted Maxine to win for a second. I was feeling that underdog energy. I really was. And Becky Lynch is one of, if not my favorite female wrestler. So the fact I was about to say, Maxine, I hope you win this, says a lot about how well they told that story and how easily I got behind that. Such a good idea, but horrible planning. The thing is, I'm about to get to... Yeah. The thing about the match, though, I didn't like the ending of the match. You guys might disagree, and that's what the comments are for, but I did not like the count-out ending. I know Maxine won, but she put up such a big fight that it's like... Yeah, I get it. Pinning Becky Lynch isn't a good idea because you're Maxine Dupree. But at the same time, I honestly would have rather seen her lose the match. Like, I would have rather that been a title match, if it wasn't already, and her lose the match than her get the count out victory, just so we know Becky Lynch can beat her the next time. That's my problem right here. Because we already know that's what's going to happen, and I'm not really looking forward to it. We could have just had a great match and could have closed it off with Becky winning, in my opinion. It was Punk staring down LA Knight, and the camera was just zoomed out. Yeah, that ending, I'm going to get to that ending in just 1 second. Because there's definitely a lot to talk about there. What other matches? So, Lyra versus Roxanne. I might miss something. Lyra versus Roxanne was a pretty good match. I feel like it delivered as we thought it would. Roxanne Perez with the win. You kind of love to see it. I am a huge fan of Roxanne and the work she's been doing this entire year. Putting her in the Judgment Day has been awesome. She is one of the shining stars in that. Bye, Jasper Mysterio. I appreciate you being on the live. Worst case, you can just watch it back and you'll see my opinions on the main event. But no, what happened with Roxanne has just been doing an amazing job this year. Roxanne Perez has been doing an amazing job, and I really, really look forward to seeing what the future holds for her. But putting her in the Judgment Day was a great idea because she is one of the biggest shining stars in that. Owen Sunny Dylan Poopy Kaka. Oh, interesting name, but hello. Ain't no way people are... Ain't no way. All right, I'm not even going to adjust that. But, okay, the next match I'm thinking about... Okay, Io versus Kairi. This might be jumping the gun a little bit. But Io Sky versus Kairi Sane was an amazing... It was... I don't know about amazing. It was a good match. Io Sky pretty much always delivers. I have to admit to that. And Io Sky delivers on a very good front when it comes to her matches. Io Sky, she's just one of the best female wrestlers at the moment. And because of that, like, she doesn't have many bad matches. It's kind of like Gunther. But pretty good match. I was surprised to see that Kairi won. But it will ultimately probably lead to Crown Jewel where... Rhea and Io are probably going to get the win. And maybe Kairi's going to turn face at that moment. CM Punk's promo. CM Punk and LA Knight's interaction was definitely something I love to see. I like male and females. I don't know what you're on about, but whatever. Yo, I'll do you a favor. Hold up. What I got? Here. Screw it, because I figure you're probably just here to have fun. There. Yeah, CM Punk, I want to go on a... Oh, you want to go on a date with him, James? I mean, good luck to you with that. Truthfully, I think that CM Punk and LA Knight and Jey Uso segment was really nice. Jey Uso slowly turning into a heel because of Roman Reigns. Yes, bye bad energy. Slowly turning into a heel because of Roman Reigns is a brilliant idea. I love it. I don't think there's much better... There's no better way to turn Jey heel, in my opinion. And that's just a fact. So to see when Jey finally does turn heel, it will be fun. I am really, really excited to see where Jey goes as a heel and where the story goes between Roman, Jey, and Jimmy now. But we're going to see. We're just going to have to wait and see. What's another thing? I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, the promo was good. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Seth and Cody, that story has been elevated so much now, I believe, because of the elements to it and the way they told that story. Even Seth Rollins with his segment with him and Paul Heyman, definitely had me perplexed, to say the least. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman was an interesting segment. I'm trying to word this properly. Like, I'm losing my train of thought because it's late, but I'm trying to get this content out for y'all. Um, Seth Rollins and no, not CM Punk. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman had an interesting story. Basically, the sum of it is Paul Heyman said there's a good chance Seth loses everything if he loses this match and proves to be the secondary champion. I think Seth is going to win. I feel like the stakes are too high for him to lose. But it also makes me think with Brock Lesnar in the corner. Is Seth going to lose a crown jewel? I don't know about that. I'll probably make a crown jewel prediction, so stay tuned. But Seth, I think that's a sign that Seth is going to lose everything quicker than he knows it. Basically, I'm trying to think of the other match. AJ, Penta, Dragon Lee, Judgment Day, right? I think you like to watch my videos. I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much. But yeah, Penta Dragon Lee AJ versus the Judgment Day. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't very entertained during that match. It just wasn't for me. Honestly, today was just one of those days where I was watching Finn Balor and AJ Styles in that match, and I'm just sad by the way they've been booked lately. I mean, at least AJ Styles has that match with Cena coming up, but Finn Balor, man, unfortunately, doesn't look like there's any hope in sight for a world title reign. Excuse me, or anything along those lines, which is unfortunate. One thing I do know, though, is AJ Styles and John Cena will likely put on a great match. I don't think it's going to be some 2017 level stuff or 2016 level match, but it's going to be a good match. I'm very certain. And yeah, they got the win over Dominic. My problem here is, too, they set up a match between Dominic and Penta. And Dominic and Penta are having a match, and Penta accidentally knocked out Rusev. That's making Rusev versus... That's making a Rusev interference next week super obvious, which I hate. Because now that match to me is a waste of time because I know it's going to end with Rusev interference costing Penta. Or just, no, he'll attack them both. Point is, Rusev's interference is inevitable, and now I'm not really looking forward to Penta versus Dom as much because we know how that outcome's going to be. And I'm not trying to complain about it, but I just don't like the predictability of WWE at the moment and the repetitiveness. Leading me to the Usos versus LA Knight and CM Punk. Number one, it was incredibly fresh to see the Vision not in the main event. No disrespect to any of them, but they've been in the main event doing the same thing for weeks. Like, with the exception of what Asuka and Io had the other day. Thing is, with Io Sky and Asuka, that was a nice angle. This is a breath of fresh air in a way, but at the same time, it ended with the LA Knight having a conflict with someone. I didn't mind the end at this time, honestly. Yeah, I said hi to you earlier. I didn't mind the end of Raw. It was genuinely fresh to me, and it wasn't even the best ending to Raw, but truthfully, I will take it over what we normally had. I think it was creative. Could have been a little better, but it was a little anticlimactic, but it is what it is. Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. Exactly. That wasn't with the rhythm, but you know what I'm saying. Exactly what the shirt's all about. But yeah, on the topic of the main event, LA Knight stealing the pin was kind of funny. I don't know why Punk just let it happen, but hey, I guess he wants to have a problem with him. But yeah, it is what it is. Overall, this episode of Raw, I think, was decent. I was just really happy not to see the Vision's usual stuff on Raw. I think, again, it was a breath of fresh air compared to what we have seen in the past. So, I will not complain. Yeah. The chat isn't really active. Like, there's one or two people in the chat that have been talking about whatever this entire time. But, like, truthfully, there's not a very, very active chat, and I'm quite tired, if you couldn't tell by how much I had to gather my thoughts. But wanted to let you guys just... I wanted to just put this live up, whether all of you see it, whether nobody sees it, whether you guys notice I uploaded it, and then you guys check it out after, no matter what the case is. I wanted to do something. Did I attend any WWE shows? I think I've attended, over the course of my, like, 8 years of being a wrestling fan, I think I've actually attended 8 exactly. 2 live events, 1 Monday Night Raw, 2 SmackDowns, Money in the Bank, NXT Heatwave, and Elimination Chamber. 9, wow. Yeah, I've attended quite a few, and I'm grateful to have. Elimination Chamber 2025 this year was definitely my favorite, though. No matter what you want to say about John Cena's heel run, the heel turn itself was iconic, and I'm very, very happy. Alright. But yeah, I've attended quite a few events. But, yeah. Anyways, guys, there's really not much else to say. I appreciate you all for hopping on the live. And I don't know what you're talking about, Shadows. I just said that I have attended events. Elimination Chamber is one of them. I solely attend Canadian events. A lot of big ones happen in Toronto, so I never have a problem traveling over there to Toronto to check an event out, you know? When it's as big as Elimination Chamber, Cena's final time, I had to. And considering I think that's the biggest show Canada got for Cena, and like this year, and I don't think anything's topping it, I think it was the right decision. Toronto's just a big Canadian area. You're Indian? Nice. I actually do. On a serious note, I do love seeing the diversity in my chats. It's really cool to see that I can reach out to such a vast audience. I can reach out to Americans, Indians, Canadians like myself, British people. It's really, really cool to see the different nationalities that come. But yeah, truthfully, it's been awesome. It's been a privilege. Namaste. It's been a privilege, y'all. Thank you all so much. And yeah, I know this was a shorter live. Australia, perfect. WWE is coming right to you, actually. But yeah, it's been a privilege. Thank you guys so much. This was a shorter live, but it's because it's late and it's just a review. But everyone who's tuned in, everyone who's liked, I doubt anyone else has, and I doubt anyone new has subscribed. But if anyone subscribed, I appreciate you as well. Much love, everyone. God bless. Have a great night or morning, wherever you're from, because Australia is completely different.